Welcome back. This next tutorial is designed to teach you how to add text to your Glog. Now remember, text is a very important part of your Glog, so you need to focus on the text and what you're trying to say rather than all the bells and whistles. But there are some bells and whistles. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this video and move it out of the way, dragging it to the bottom of the screen. The Glog is very long, but in this video you can only see part of it, but the Glog is actually this big. Okay. Now, what I need to do is go to my magnet tool and find text. There are lots of choices here. First of all, let's look at the top. You can choose bubbles, and that's a category in itself, or stickers, or tiles. And then within those categories you have more choices that you're used to seeing from the other elements that you've added. So you're going to go ahead and choose the style that you like by choosing a category. I think I'll choose paper, and then scrolling through and choosing one that you like. Since this is your sample Glog and it's really designed to help you learn how to Glog and to give you a chance to play, you can go ahead and make this pretty crazy. So I've chosen the category here, and I like this one, so I'm going to use it. And remember, I need to close my screen and then use the scroll bar to find where it lands. Here it is right here. I'm going to drag it to the top. This is what I'll use for my title. So once I get it into the approximate place, I can go ahead and choose the editing bar. And when I'm on the editing bar, I have a choice of color, and I also have the choice of text. And here it pulls up. I can choose from different fonts, and I can choose from different colors of text. I want to make sure that my text is readable. So in this case, I think the pink color will work, and I'm going to choose it. Now here's a little tip. When you've selected your color, you might want to add to match that color later. So you can go ahead and click Add, and it puts it down below. When I want to add text later, I can return to that. So now I'm going to choose a font, and you'll notice that the fonts are not your typical fonts. They're fun. So let me choose just old-fashioned. Let me move this out of the way, and I'll go ahead and start typing. And this is my title, so I'm just going to title it Sesame Street. Now, if I have it the right size, the font is the right size and the right color, I can go ahead and say OK. I can also drag it to resize it and make it bigger if I'd like. And remember, I can rotate it if I wanted to. But this is a title, so I think I want it to be straight. Let's go ahead and do another example of text down below, and we'll say something about the video. Now, I can't find my magnet tool, but if you remember, it moves. So let me drag it down to the bottom of the screen so I can see it. And there it is. So I choose text, and I make my choice. Oh, I kind of like this one, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. And when I close the box, I should see it somewhere on the screen, and I think I'll put it right here. And go ahead and type your message. Let me show you what it's like to change the color. Remember, from the editing toolbar there are two rows. So when I go to edit, I can change the color right here. It changes a little bit. It doesn't exactly always match your selection, but you can see how to change it. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Oh, I better add it so I can remember it for later, and apply it. Now it's time to change the font. And I want to say something about my video here, so I'm going to go ahead and type my message in, and let me add that text. Okay, now this is slightly small, so I think I'm going to highlight it and change the size. The box is already selected, so I just go ahead and change the size like this, so it fits inside the box. One word of caution: you can't change just a little bit of text. It's all or nothing. So if I want to bold this word Sesame Street, the only way I can do that is to bold absolutely everything. Watch. Okay, so it just doesn't apply. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done with that. That color looks good because there's a big contrast, so I'll go ahead and save it. Now, as long as we're in this section, I'm going to show you about ordering. I might want to overlap some things. And here you can see that the text is on top of the words. If I wanted it to be backwards and I wanted the words to be on top, I just click these symbols here. Bring it forward, put it behind. So I'm going to put it behind so that I can still see the frame and it looks like it's just hanging down there. If I wanted to move it forward, I'd click here. So that's just a nice little trick. One of the best things about providing text in your Glog is that you can actually link it, and I think you'll like how the links appear. So let me show you how to make a link. You're going to click the editing bar and you're going to highlight the text that you want to link. In this case, I want to link the word REM here so that I can provide my visitors with more information about REM. It'll take them to another page. Then I go ahead and click link. Now, before I can link anything, it's important for me to find that page that I want to link it to and copy the web address. So let's leave Glogster right now and we'll go to Google and we'll find a good link to include with the name REM. And here I am on the Google page, so I'll go ahead and Google REM and see what I come up with. So it looks like there's a Wikipedia article here, and there are also some articles about rapid eye movement, which is the underlying initials for REM. So I think right now I'm just going to click here on the appreciation band levels, and you would spend a lot more time choosing your link, but remember, we're just engaging in constructive play right now, so we're just trying to learn how to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and go to that website. And here you can see it's an article from the Chicago Tribune. What I need to do now is copy the web address from the bar, and now I'm done, and I can go back to my Glog. When I'm on my Glog, I already have the link button open, and it says to add the URL, so I just paste it in and apply. If I'm done with that, I say OK. Now, just like a lot of other things on the web, the link is only going to work when I'm actually viewing it and not when I'm in the editing mode. So let me go ahead and save and publish that. It's still unfinished. And now I'd like to choose View This Glog. And this is what visitors will see. This is the mode where you can play the video. You also should be able to click on the link. Every link gets a big giant pink circle around it, so it's really easy to see when there's a link. Okay, so it doesn't actually just link to the word, but it links to the whole thing. And when I click on it, you'll see I come back to that article. So hopefully you've learned something here. You should have learned how to add text and how to move things so that they're in a different order. They might be behind or in front of something, and then how to add a link. Now it's time to try it on your own.